Uh, Pranam Gopal sir. Welcome Nirmal. Waheeda Hussain ma'am.
Hello, sir.
Hi ma'am.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. How is it going? Hi Nirmal.
I was, and after a very
You are
long time, I have been waiting to join for so many Sundays, but because of the prior commitments, I couldn't.
and it's our what do you call such a what do you, it's our blessing, you have been you joined after a long. I mean, like it's the first time and after a long,
And
long
no, I am honored like to be with you. I mean, you're such a good poet. I've been reading your poems.
time. That's that.
Prasanna ji, you are doing
Live
a
on
great.
YouTube already, Gopal sir. How are you? How is it going?
You are doing a great
Richard,
job, sir.
see, usually, the 15 minutes before going live, people used to join. Now we are already
Yes.
live on YouTube, so you could check it on. Richard, how is it going? How is your healing process going on?
Pretty good, sir. Pretty good. I just had my sixth and final chemo of this circuit, and in about a month, I'll hear what the results are. So I'm thinking positive. Thank you so much for asking.
Who is this iPad? Maybe. Waheeda Hussain. Yeah, ma'am. Yeah. Uh, I could share rename Manju ma'am.
Yes.
Manju Chau. This usually, well, Dr. Paromita. Nirmal, could you turn on your my video,
Yeah.
please?
Am I audible?
Nirmal joined us first time, and Nirmal is a cousin of Dr. Molly Joseph. He's a brilliant writer. He's a young entrepreneur. That's what I was told.
Yeah, no,
Nirmal,
not a cousin. It's he's my aunt. I'm
sorry?
her nephew.
Yeah, nephew.
Yeah.
And she talked high about you. She shared your this profile, bio and all. So loving to see you, Nirmal. You write so well. I read your
I haven't shared.
comments.
Haven't shared anything.
You haven't shared, but then through your comments, I could get that you're a beautiful writer. And Dr.
Thank you.
Parimita,
Yeah.
Hello,
Dr.
everybody.
Parimita, I don't know if she's joining us for the first time. Every week we get to have new faces. So that's beautiful. That's so beautiful. And Parimita ma'am, this is Parimita ma'am from Manushatram, right? And she's and so maybe. Anyways, people could will time and for past weeks, past years, and for several weeks, and been voicing for causes through this medium of poetry, and um, it's really remarkable. We are trying to give our best. I mean, we are trying to.
Or
That is why.
Prasanna ji, has
Anyways,
Roopali
welcome to
madam
the
joined?
poetry reading with Fatal Breast. There is no way promo video because of the internet issue.
Prasanna
But
ji,
anyways, Nirmal is going to read, and Waheeda Hussain ma'am has joined us for the first time. Paromita ma'am, lovely seeing you, and Gopal Purdani. Anyways, let's begin the show. The Fatal Brains, where poets meet to share their minds. Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. We have with us Gopal Purdani, who is a veteran army man, has served in wars, and he has this experience of serving in the wars and experience given much of this human society, and he would be reading his poems in Punjabi, Urdu, and Hindustani. That is what he mentioned. English. Well, but
I prefer
enjoy.
Hindustani. I know
Please
only 5
welcome
languages.
Gopal Burdani, sir.
Thank you. Friends,
Namaskar.
today, just a few hours back, I have written a poem which I want to read. It's a sort of new and my own view, which I'm going to express in this certain, see the custom which are, or the necessities of life which are going on, it is against them. It's my request, my wish, my own view. I submit. It's a very raw poem which I've written just now, and I have not given the second reading, so my language corrections will be done later on. The topic of my poem is Tumna Shok Manana. Tumna Shok Manana. I start. घात लगाकर बैठा चोर, घात लगाकर बैठा चोर, सभी ओर उसी का शोर, सबके घर में आएगा ये, सब कुछ लूट ले जाएगा ये, इसके चंगुल में समय की धारा, इसे बचाना कोई बेचारा। ये वो शक्ति है जिसके चंगुल में समय की धारा, इससे बचाना कोई बेचारा। अचानक से कहीं से आता है, वो सब कुछ ले जाता है। अचानक कहीं से आता है और सब कुछ ले जाता है। कुदरत ने ये नियम बनाया, अवश्य जाएगा जो भी आया। कुदरत ने ये नियम बनाया, अवश्य जाएगा जो भी आया। I think everybody must have followed what I am hinting at. चोर कौन है? जो जब मिटना ही है, जब मौत आनी ही है, जब मिटना ही है भाग्य हमारा, फिर रोना धोना क्यों करें बेचारा। जो मिला है उसकी खुशी मनाओ, बेकार ना अपना चैन गंवाओ। जीवन की घड़ियां अनमोल, धन्यवाद के बोलो बोल। जीवन की घड़ियां अनमोल, धन्यवाद के बोलो बोल। जैसे जन्म पर हम खुशी मनाते, कोई पैदा होता है तो जैसे जन्म पर हम खुशी मनाते, वैसा ही करो ना जाते जाते। जैसे जन्म पर हम खुशी मनाते, वैसा ही करो ना जाते जाते। जिस रिश्ते ने खुशी पहुंचाई, उसका ही सोचो तुम भाई। फिर मैं अपने लोगों से बोल रहा हूं कि मेरे लोगों, तुम्हें कसम है मेरी, मेरे लोगों तुम्हें कसम है मेरी, जब मैं बन जाऊं मिट्टी की ढेरी, मैंने पास पे, जब मैं बन जाऊं मिट्टी की ढेरी, कभी ना तुम शोक मनाना। कविता का शीर्षक भी यही था कि कभी ना तुम शोक मनाना, याद करके खुश हो जाना। क्यों? क्योंकि अपना कोई आया था, अपना कोई आया था, रिश्ते में प्यार ही लाया था। हम भी बांटे खुशी और प्यार, जीवन का बस यही आधार। हम भी बांटे खुशी और प्यार, जीवन का यही आधार। तो दिस इज my poem with a view that at the time when we lose somebody, of course, we become very sad, but I think wisdom उसी में है कि आप उसको भी sad मत हो, उसको भी खुशी मनाओ कि एटलीस्ट वो हमारा आया, कुछ दे के गया। धन्यवाद।
बिल्कुल सर, पर ये बहुत कठिन है ना,
कठिन तो है,
आसान नहीं है।
कठिन तो है, लेकिन देयर इज ए कम्युनिटी even in Punjab at certain ages when somebody dies, वो बाजे गाजे के साथ जाते हैं और उनको दफना के आते हैं। ऐसा भी होता है, ऐसे भी कुछ मनुष्य इस दुनिया में हैं। वे सोचते हैं कि वो बंदा आया था, क्या दे के गया।
Ritual part, sir, ritualistic, thing, but then you cannot. But yes, that is something, yeah, positive way. That's you can have this. That was Gopal Purdani. Please, yes, love, share.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Please,
Thank you.
keep spreading your wisdom. Next up, Henry L. Jones joining us after a long gap. Henry, how are you? How's it going? Are you ready?
Yes, it is morning here, so good evening or afternoon where you are. And so the few of us that are in the different morning time zone. I'm glad to be here. My poem is titled, I Am Still Searching for You. This poem was from a project in which I looked at some photography shot by Terry Price, who visited the Czech Republic. And then from that image, the various poets selected, we had to write about it. And to give you an idea of what I saw an old man in the Czech Republic standing at a window on a second-story building, this very ancient stone building. And at first I couldn't get into it, but then I imagined myself walking up the stairs, knocking on his door, sitting with him like an old friend, wondering, what are you looking outside the window about? And then he told me his story. I wrote this poem. I'm still searching for you. Where are you, my love? Again, I stand here, looking up and down into the streets, searching for your face, among the crowds of people passing like a flowing stream. I stare while counting heads, hoping one was your crown, glistening along the currents to eventually rise up for air, to see me along the shore and reach for one of my hands. My fingers grasping this windowsill, instead of you, there's rotten wood, covered with chipping lead paint, releasing flakes drifting to the road where lovers embrace each other, to prevent falling back into loneliness. The same desolation I know too well, while my probing eyes become tired, hoping to see you again if I keep watch, until back in each other's warm arms, holding our love beyond the fears, twisting our hearts of their bitterness, leaving a sweetness found in the curved rations of our passions where we clung, until the years of emptiness will release, filling us with only our love to overflow, drowning and floating as the wind blows our echoed moans through the panes. This is why I still want to find you, my love, at this glassy portal to our joyful memories. Now a black hole eclipsing the sunny days, preventing the rays of refraction of your vase, overflowing with broken lilies holding on. In this stench of old water smelling like death, I know you're still alive out there somewhere. They lied to me and tried to comfort me with cold prayers like the stones of this building, rocks to remind me again of the marble pillar with your engraved name to find you below, covered in layers of dirt instead of my kisses. You are coming any day down that path soon. I know it's true because I found your smile on the face of a young woman holding flowers, her fists clutch hairy roots swaying, seeking to taste cool water to live again, thirsty like we were before we found our love. This is why I stand here 35 years later, longing for your fingers to caress my lips, to silence my mind of worrisome thoughts about this world now so empty without you. Fighting alone to hold on each day to life. So I am still searching for you, my love. Thank you.
Do we have another one? Want to go with another second one? Henry?
I didn't hear you.
You want to go with second one?
Yes, I have. Yes, I do. I put this one aside. I contracted COVID first when it began before the vaccine, and then later once we had the vaccine. Don't know about the second time, but it was very horrible. And I've written numerous poems because of that ordeal. This poem is titled "Burning Inside." My throat burns when I inhale, mocking the winds of hell, breezes of hot oven in my face, which leaves me breathless, wanting only a cool relief. My eyes slow tears when my chest rises and falls, wondering if the motions slowly make me powerless and just stop, with death floating in silence. My head throbs from thinking while counting the breaths, trying to meditate, regulate the shallow streams of air, feeding my mind with peace. My heart races too quickly, echoing in my head, thumping beats of a drum, calling for help. Slow down the reaper's footsteps, wanting to snatch me away. My back feels the sharp pains, needing to crack away oldness. That spot, no twist seems to help. Yoga moves unlock stiff joints, orchestra of cracking sounds like walnuts. My mouth seeks a tasteful dew, calling for a gentle rain to fall, then throw my head back in it, open my mouth to catch drops, swallowing a soothing fountain of relief.
Excellent, Henry. Thanks for joining.
Thank
Thank you, and thanks after he joined after a long gap. No, we miss you. Henry is a open mic artist, a very well-known open mic artist, a beautiful writer, poet. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Henry L. Jones. Up next is, yes, our witty wizard. Please welcome Richard Spisak. I read his four-liner or maybe eight-liner. That's a witty poem. So please welcome Richard.
Thank you so very much, my friends. An honor to be here among this great group of poets who speak the truth, who speak from their heart. And that in this time is too darn rare indeed. I offer you some happy poems today, some poems that I hope bring a smile to your lips. So here we go. This first one called, If It's Laughter You're After. They tell me it's good for you to laugh. Laugh once, laugh twice, deep in your life. Joy you will splice. Whether chuckles or snickers might untwist your knickers, whether with jokes or old-fashioned, well-delivered spokes, whether cute little dogs, hopping frogs on logs, Charlie Chaplin and cogs, jumping high over bogs, activating joy and mirth feeds the brain for all it's worth. Activating mirth and joy brings giddy, happy each girl and boy. Laughter can heal even that which you can never seal. Even babies are fast to laugh, still smiling barely in their cribs. Oh, the funny faces tickle their tiny ribs. Activating joy and mirth feeds the brain for all it's worth. Activating mirth and joy makes giddy, happy every girl and boy. Physiologists acknowledge a complex set of muscles, they insist, developing muscles that work at great lengths go on to develop upper body strength. Laughter, doing, or even observing involves quite a few muscles we've been learning. Great chunks of the brain will never complain. Motor cortex controls the muscles, frontal lobes, which can provide the reason whether jokes be told in or out of season, the limbic system, which modulates when you get to feel just great. Connecting all these many systems, sit back, don't resist them. Activating mirth and joy feeds the brain for all it's worth. Activating mirth and joy brings giddy happy each girl and boy. Social intelligence, a sense of humor, certainly can squash the depths of ill humor. Incongruity, absurdity, our daily companions. Laughter creates bonds and increases intimacy with its own very special ironic mimicry. Early in life, infants' laughter is an external sign of pleasure, the kind that moms and daddies treasure. Public speakers, comedians try to get a laugh to make the audience feel closer, half and half. Amusement, happiness, mirth, and joy brings resilience, builds creative thinking, brings out the best in us even when things are good and stinking. Activating mirth and joy feeds the brain for all it's worth. Activating mirth and joy makes giddy happy each girl and boy. And my brother, if there's time for a second, I want to take you on a stroll through a village. The village musicians are wandering around making a joyful noise, and the villagers all join in. So this is called the Merry Marching Mariachi Band. The mad mariachi mambo line dances through the village tillage, so pixelated, syncopated, keeping time. The claves and kalimbas sound loud and clear, stopping from time to time so the children can hear. The entire village joined in singing like a choir. The retired accordionist in the drugstore lamented. He'd just sold his squeeze box just last week when he learned he was fired in a late-night tweet. The mariamba and triangle player knew each other well. They once were neighbors and shared a backyard. They knew each other's secrets and would never tell. Timbales and bongos were the first to pass, and it was remarked, with their fevered, fervent pounding, they would never last. Two upright basses followed at a little distance. They hated to follow keeping time. They were quite resistant. The percussionists were all independent-minded. They kept triple-tonguing 16th notes in 6/8 time. The master conductor, initially quite enthusiastic, after 3 times around the village fountain, turned bitter and a little sarcastic. The trombonists, who were in it from the very beginning, had marched off in their direction. They were determined to be winning. The clarinetist and oboist couldn't come. They had no clue. They were feeding peppercorns to polar bears at the Midtown Zoo, and they had fun. 10 timpanists followed close on flatbed trucks, and if you expected them to march with kettle drums, you'd be out of luck. A coven of kazooists were enthusiastic, and the crowd at the bowling alley in unison roared as they passed and in one voice shouted, these guys were pure Harry Potter-esque magic. The town steel drum band met them at the new skating park, where they often met to jam from pre-dawn to early dark. So join in the parade.
It's always fun listening you, it's the rhyming and the storytelling. Superb. Richard, give a round of applause, my dear friends. That's Richard, who is undergoing chemotherapy. Wow, my goodness. That's an inspiration that he lives for us. Ana Maria Dall'Olio. Where is this thing? Anyways, up next, Garima Sudan. Garima Sudan is from Bahrain and she is a beautiful poet. She writes in Hindi and English. Please welcome Garima Sudan Kapoor.
Namaste. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning to all the amazing poets here. Thank you, Prasanna sir, for giving me this wonderful chance. Today I'll be reciting my poem in my mother tongue, that is Hindi. The poem goes like this. I will be translating for you all in English, a small gist at the end of the Hindi poem recitation. कविता का शीर्षक मैं अहंकार हूं, मैं अहंकार हूं, तेरे अंदर पूरी तरह समाया हुआ वह हूंकार हूं, उस खोखले अहम की परत दर परत से तैयार हुआ तेरे अस्तित्व का परिधान हूं। सिर्फ बोली में ही नहीं बल्कि नजरों में भी घमंड का भरमार हूं। मैं अहंकार हूं, किसी को स्वयं की टक्कर का मैं समझता नहीं। मेरा मूल्यांकन कोई और करने की हिम्मत रखता नहीं। रिश्तों के लिए मेरे खुद के उसूल, भावनाएं मेरे लिए हैं बेफजूल। व्यंग और तिरस्कार मेरे शस्त्र हैं, व्यंग और तिरस्कार मेरे शस्त्र हैं। अपना दायरा भी सीमित रखता हूं, बिल्कुल नाप तोल का ही राब्ता रखता हूं। मैं अहंकार हूं। अपने मियाँ मिट्ठू बनना मेरी दिनचर्या के नाम है। डींगे हाँकना मेरा सर्वोपरि काम है। किसी से कोई मतलब नहीं कि कौन क्या कहता, केवल मैं आकर्षण केंद्र बनूं, केवल मैं आकर्षण केंद्र रहूं और सब मेरा गुणगान करे। यही तो मैं चाहता। सहनशीलता और विनम्रता को दूर रखता हूं मैं। अपने नियम और बातों के अलावा किसी को कुछ नहीं समझता हूं मैं अहंकार हूं। This was a poem. I will just translate for the rest of the people in English. Title of my poem is I'm Arrogance. I'm arrogance. I am that roar completely absorbed inside me, made from layer upon layer of that hollow ego. I am the garment of your existence. I'm full of pride, not only in my speech, but also in my eyes. I don't consider anyone standing next to me. I don't consider anyone's competition with myself. No one else has the courage to evaluate me. I have my own principles for relationships. Feelings are useless to me. Sarcasm and contempt are my weapons. I also limit my scope. I also limit my scope. I strictly follow extremely limited talks with everyone. I am that ego. My daily routine is to become my own friend. Bragging about myself is my main job. It doesn't matter who says what. I just want to be the center of attraction. And everyone should praise me. That's what I want. I keep tolerance and humility away. I keep tolerance and humility away. I don't acknowledge anyone standing next to me except my rules and things. I am arrogance. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Excellently expressed, ma'am. Beautiful, beautiful expression. I mean, like ahankar. Very, so beautifully put. Wow, that is something.
Thank you so much,
Rarely,
sir.
rarely talked about. Rarely talked about. That was Garima Shudan Kapoor. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. And anybody, if you could just react on it, you could react. But then, yes, we could move on to the next poet. Now, next poet is Anna Maria Dall'Olio. Whoa, Anna, please go ahead.
To activate. So, this poem is dedicated to my father, who died when he was 90. You were 90 is the title. You were 90, you fell asleep so soon. Your fifth smile rolled through the house. Such saucy words and starry eyes. We cannot wonder why, oh why. We miss your wide reproaches, how you spread strength when all around was so weak. We miss your awful efforts to protect us so. Why? Why did you want to go? We really miss your harsh voice, quarreling with your old outdated typewriter. We miss you smoking and shouting, We can wonder why, oh why. We miss the stories you told us together, spilling milk in the sink, driving Mom mad, your new tie forgotten on the desk. Why? Why did you need to go? We both love you, Daddy. Now it's terrible clear. We cannot do nothing to have you back here. We just can't see why life is so sunless and sad. Thanks for your attention. Thanks.
Thank you, Anya. Thank you. Thanks for joining, and thanks for that was a beautiful tribute, I would say. That was Anna Maria.
Mhm.
And next up is Sylvia Ang. Please welcome Sylvia Yang from Singapore. Sylvia, please turn on it. Sylvia. Sylvia, please turn on. Sylvia Ang. Okay, let's move on. Meena Chauhan. Meena Chauhan is a veteran writer. Please welcome Meena Chauhan.
Good evening, Prasanna and all my poets. So I'm going to read one small poem in Hindi. मेरे मन का पतंग, मेरे मन का पतंग, मन मेरा पतंग है, मन मेरा पतंग है, जो मुझे सैर कराता है, कितना अच्छा लगता है जब उड़े मेरा मन का पतंग, कितना अच्छा लगता है जब उड़े मेरे मन का पतंग, कभी पेड़ों से ऊपर पहुंचे, कभी धरती को छू ले, कभी पेड़ों से ऊपर पहुंचे, कभी धरती को छू ले मेरे मन का पतंग। इस छत से उस छत पे जाऊं, आसमान में लहराऊं, उड़न खटोले से डोले मेरा मन। इस छत से उस छत पर जाए, आसमान में लहराए, उड़न खटोलों से डोले मेरा मन। एक क्षण में कहां से कहां पहुंच जाए मेरा मन, मेरे मन का पतंग। रंग बिरंगी रंग बिरंगी प्यारी प्यारी भर जाती है जोश और जुनून सपनों का, रंग बिरंगी प्यारी प्यारी भर जाती है जोश और जुनून सपनों का। अपनी डोर कभी नहीं किसी को, अपनी डोर कभी दी नहीं किसी को, डोर भी मेरा उड़ान भी मेरी। अपनी डोर कभी दी नहीं किसी को, डोर भी मेरा उड़ान भी मेरी। अपने फैसले खुद करती, अपनी ही मस्ती में मस्त मेरे मन का पतंग। अपने फैसले खुद करती, मन ही मस्ती में रहती मेरे मन की पतंग, मेरे मन की पतंग। प्रतिभा, प्रेम, धैर्य और साहस का है मेरा मन का पतंग। प्रतिभा, प्रेम, धैर्य और सहन का है मेरे मन का पतंग। मन का पतंग उड़ता ही जाता, मन का पतंग उड़ता ही जाता, लहराता ही जाता, ठहरने का नाम न लेता। मन का पतंग उड़ता ही जाता, लहराता ही जाता, ठहरने का नाम न लेता। लेकिन मन के पतंग को जमीन पे लाना पड़ता, लेकिन मन के पतंग को जमीन पे लाना पड़ता, मेरे मन का पतंग, मेरे मन का पतंग। तो छोटी सी कविता।
Beautiful. Very sweet, very sweet. मन के पतंग, बहुत cool. And धन्यवाद मैम. If you have another one, you could read out and.
Okay, I have हिंदी में ही है. So प्रकृति हमें बहुत कुछ दिया है, लेकिन उसकी हम शायद कदर नहीं करते. तो प्रकृति हमसे कहती है,
बहुत सुंदर.
थैंक यू सो मच, थैंक यू. प्रकृति हमसे कहती है, क्योंकि हम उनके नेचर का हम कदर नहीं करते और हम बहुत इग्नोर करते हैं, तो उनका वो हमसे कहती क्या है प्रकृति, तुम कहो तो लाऊं, तुम कहो तो तोड़ लाऊं चांद सितारे आसमान से। तुम कहो तो तोड़ लाऊं चांद सितारे आसमान से, लेकिन निभाना होगा उनका चिर संचित प्रेम तुम्हें। लेकिन निभाना होगा उनका चिर संचित प्रेम तुम्हें। तुम कहो तो रोक दूं, तुम कहो तो रोक दूं इस बार फूलों का खिलना। तुम कहो तो रोक दूं इस बार फूलों का खिलना, लेकिन मुस्कुराना होगा तुम्हें उनकी तरह। लेकिन मुस्कुराना होगा तुम्हें उनकी तरह। कहो तो दे दूं तुम्हें, कहो तो दे दूं तुम्हें इंद्रधनुष से सजा आकाश। कहो तो दे दूं तुम्हें इंद्रधनुष से सजा आकाश, लेकिन भरना होगा जीवन में तुम्हें उन 7 रंगों का विश्वास। लेकिन भरना होगा जीवन में तुम्हें उन 7 रंगों का विश्वास। साक्षी रखकर प्रकृति को, साक्षी रखकर प्रकृति को क्यों ना करें हम जीवन की एक नई शुरुआत। साक्षी रखकर प्रकृति को क्यों ना करें हम जीवन की एक नई शुरुआत। छोटी सी कविता।
क्या बात,
थैंक यू।
बहुत खूब, बहुत खूब। आशा भरी, बहुत खूब। आते रहिएगा मैम, एंड
थैंक यू।
हौसला बढ़ाते रहिएगा। See, बहुत खूब मैम। मीना चौहान, that was, yes, you could show your love, my dear friends. Thank you ma'am, thanks for joining. Up next is who would be Maria, please go ahead.
Good morning, good evening, everyone. I am happy to be with you all. Once again, thank you, Prasanna ji, for the invite. It means a lot to be on Fertile Brains platform, and you are always encouragement to all of us. Congratulations to all our colleagues present on this video meeting. Well, with no more delay, I'm going to recite my poems. The first of one is, the title is Never Ever Give Up a Dream. Why do you feel behind in everything? You be a creature of God in the world. He gave you wings to fly high, and dreams lots of you behold. The first thing that comes to your mind, am I going to achieve my avarice? My darling, not be afraid of pursuing your dreams. You are giving wings to fly high. It doesn't matter how many times you have to try. Stumble and fall midway to a goal reach. What you should never ever do, stop along the road. Some falls will be lessons, others will be learning. Take them for granted. Take the best of each one. You shall proceed in order to know where to reach. Well, this one was the first one. Thank you for listening. Hope you enjoy. And I have one more. The second one, the title is, If You Share, You Get Back. The heart of mine is an open door, and the keys I left in the keyhole. If you want a piece of it, have a seat. Make yourself comfortable, my dears. I have any kind of prejudice. My heart's open to admit anyone friendly. You may come in and stay timelessly. Nothing compares to a heart love seasoning. Lights twinkle, and shine when love is close. The more you share, the more you get back glow. The vibrant flames of love you shan't let go down. If you don't, life a boon. Well, this was the second one. Thank you very much for listening to me. And once more, congratulations to you all. Have a nice
Thank
day.
you,
Thank
Maria.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. The more you share, the more you will get. Exactly. We rise by lifting others. Yeah, I did. That was Maria. Please give
That's
a
it.
round of
That's
applause,
it.
my dear friends. Up next is it is Sylvia. Sylvia has gone again. Anyways, I love this beautiful couple. Please welcome. They require no introduction. Please welcome Shyamaprasad Patnaik and Gangalaxmi Patnaik. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. It's a great pleasure to receive participation invitation from esteemed poet Prasanna for poem reading program. Today I will recite a poem. Title is Change. Before the recitation, I would like to speak about the importance of change. Change is important in life. It's inevitable. Embracing change drives growth in all areas of life. So my poem Change runs like this. When I lift my eyes, a dragonfly of change flounders about me. When I lift my eyes, a dragon. It's true, I am in love with change to improve and thrive. It's true, I am in love with change to improve and thrive. Most of my waking hours, it sets new beginnings and fresh starts. Most of my waking hours, it sets new beginnings and fresh starts. Tells how change helps to move along forwards, to raise voices, choices. Tells how change helps to move along forwards, to raise voices, choices. Everything happens in change. Let's redesign the future. Fate of earth, sky. Everything happens in change. Let's redesign the future. Fate of earth, sky. Let's be the ones who rise and say we change the world today. Let's be the ones who rise and say we change the world today. Now this is my first English recitation. The second Odia poem, Odia Kavita, in my own mother tongue Odia. The Shirsak of this Kavita is Tribute to Mother. Tribute to Mother. Feri aso ma ଥରୁଟିଏ ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ପଚାରିବି ତୁମକୁ. ଫେରି ଆସ ମା ଥରୁଟିଏ ପ୍ରଶ୍ନ ପଚାରିବି ତୁମକୁ. ଫେରି ଆସ ମା ଥରୁଟିଏ ଅନେକ ଦୁଃଖ କହିବାର ଅଛି ତୁମକୁ. ଫେରି ଆସ ମା ଥରୁଟିଏ ଅନେକ ଦୁଃଖ କହିବାର ଅଛି ତୁମକୁ. ଫେରି ଆସ ମା ତମେ ତୁମ କୋଳରେ ମୁଁ କାନ୍ଦିବି. ଫେରି ଆସ ମା ତୁମେ ତୁମ କୋଳରେ ମୁଁ କାନ୍ଦିବି. ଫେରି ଆସ ମା ତମେ ଦେଖିବି ହେଉଛି ତୁମକୁ. ଫେରି ଆସ ମା ତୁମେ ଦେଖିବି ହେଉଛି ତୁମକୁ. Now I will give the gist of this Odia poem. In English, it's a tribute to mother. After the death of mother, sadness clouds the entire life of a daughter. And the daughter is now sobbing and requesting to mother to come from heaven at least for a minute to see how her daughter is living on this earth. This is the gist of the Odia poem, A Tribute to Mother. Thank you. My recitation is over. Thanks you all. It was
Beautiful, beautiful. Very awesome. Please, well, please come back. Yeah, Shyamaprasad sir. Go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks a lot, dear Prasanna sir, for inviting me to recite my poems. The first poem I'm going to recite is in English. The title of the poem is Reset Your Goal. Title is Reset Your Goal. Love thyself to boost your potency and resilience. If your potential skills are underestimated, don't embarrass. Rise up and pursue forthwith your desired passions. We gain wisdom through experience and abstruse analysis. You are born with great ambitions and aspirations. Your inherent virtues of greatness are your treasures. Transform your wishes into realities with your wings. You are bestowed with secret wings of emotions, endowed with invincible competency to fulfill your dreams. Infant birds attempt to aviate despite initial missteps. Rejuvenates sovereign wings to soar high into skies. Inspired by elderly birds, bypass futile attempts. Your current venture may not yield desired results. So reset your goal, strive vigorously to accomplish. And that is the end of my English poem. The second poem, which I am going to read, is in my mother tongue, that is Odia. ମୋ ଦ୍ୱିତୀୟ କବିତାର ଶୀର୍ଷକ ଅବଚେତନ ସ୍ୱପ୍ନର ବିଚରଣ। ଶୀର୍ଷକ ହେଲା ଅବଚେତନ ସ୍ୱପ୍ନର ବିଚରଣ। Unconscious dreams, roaming in unconscious dreams. हे ମୋର ପ୍ରିୟା, ତୁମେ ମୋ ପ୍ରେମ ପ୍ରସ୍ତାବର ଉତ୍ତର ଦେବାକୁ ଅନିଚ୍ଛୁକ। हे ମୋର ପ୍ରିୟା, ତୁମେ ମୋ ପ୍ରେମ ପ୍ରସ୍ତାବର ଉତ୍ତର ଦେବାକୁ ଅନିଚ୍ଛୁକ। କିନ୍ତୁ ଅବିସ୍ମରଣୀୟ ପ୍ରେମ କେବେ ବି ଲୋପ ପାଇବନି। ପ୍ରାଣର ଲୁକ୍କାୟିତ ଇଚ୍ଛା ସମୟାନୁକ୍ରମେ ବହୁଗୁଣିତ ହୋଇଥାଏ। ସୁପ୍ତ ଆତ୍ମା ମଧୁର ସ୍ୱପ୍ନରେ ସଦା ତତ୍ପର ହୋଇ ବିଚରଣ କରେ। ବଶୀଭୂତ ଭାବନା ମୋତେ ଉତ୍ସାହିତ ଏବଂ ଚେତନାମୟ କରେ। ମୋର ଅସୀମ ପ୍ରେମ ସତେଅବା ପୁଣି ଥରେ ଉଜ୍ଜୀବିତ ହୋଇଯାଏ। ଅବଚେତନ ମନ ଧୀରେ ଧୀରେ ତୁମ ହୃଦୟର ଫାଟକରେ ମୃଦୁ କରାଘାତ କଲା। ଭାବନାକୁ ବ୍ୟକ୍ତ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ମୋର ଅନ୍ତଃକରଣର ଉଷ୍ମ ବହ୍ନି ସର୍ବଦା ପ୍ରଜ୍ୱଳିତ ହୋଇଥାଏ। ଲୁକ୍କାୟିତ ଧାରଣା ସବୁ ସ୍ୱପ୍ନ ମହାସାଗରର ଅଥଳ ଗଭୀରତାରେ ବୁଡ଼ିଯାଏ। ଆଶାର ଆକାଶର ଉଚ୍ଚତାରେ ମୁକ୍ତ ବିହଙ୍ଗ ଭଳି ଉଡ଼ି ବୁଲିବାର ଆଶା ନେଇ ଭିତରର ଆବେଗ ଭରା ଅବସ୍ଥା ଶୋଷ ମେଣ୍ଟାଏ ନାହିଁ। ଅଜ୍ଞାତ ପ୍ରେମ ରୋମାଞ୍ଚିତ ଶବ୍ଦ ସୃଷ୍ଟି କରିବାରେ ବାଧା ସୃଷ୍ଟି କରେ। ଆଲୋକର ଗତିଠୁ ତୀବ୍ରତର ବେଗରେ ସ୍ୱପ୍ନ ରାଇଜକୁ ଅତିକ୍ରମ କରିଛି ଏହି ମନ। ମୋ ପ୍ରାଣର ନନ୍ଦନକାନନ ତୁମ ପାଇଁ ଉନ୍ମୁକ୍ତ। ତୁମ ଅନାବିଳ ପ୍ରେମ ସ୍ନେହକୁ ଚିର ସ୍ୱାଗତ କରିବା ପାଇଁ। And that is the end of my Odia recitation and whole recitation. Thank you very much. Thanks the entire team of Hotel Brains and all the poets.
I like the second one.
Thank you, sir.
Brilliant, sir. Brilliant. Second one. I like it. Second, English as usual, but then second one, I like it. So that was Shyama. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. We have line of poets coming here. We have Nirmal, Waheeda Hussain, Dr. Paromita Mukherjee, P. Suvarna. But before that, please welcome Sylvia Ang. Sylvia. You can
How to unmute? How to unmute? Am I already
You are
unmute and the video also gone? No video. Okay, I
it's
start
okay.
speaking. I start speaking. Be selective who are your friends. A positive friend build you up. A negative friend pull you down. Say all the negative things about you. Do not take it personally. It is a reflection about them. Do not react. It will affect your emotion. True friends accept you for who you are in good and bad times. As we grow older, we are selective who are our friends. Mutual acceptance, care, and support for each other. Friendship to withstand the test of time. Celebrate the friendship with acceptance, compassion, and love. These spoken words poetry signify friendship. Thank you, viewer review Lao Ji Singh. Sylvia's latest point on the priceless value of friendship is a perfect blend of crisp, sharp pause with old wisdom. Separate quotes and wisdom rarely gel well due to huge differences in context, but Sylvia has managed to infuse her signature style of writing.
Sylvia, you're muted. Please unmute your mic. Sylvia. Sylvia.
Okay, how to unmute a mic? How to
Yeah,
unmute?
go ahead, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Separate quotes and wisdom rarely gel well together due to huge difference in context. But Sylvia has managed to infuse her signature style of writing with sparkles of wisdom, which accentuate the essence of the key message about friendship. This starts making Sylvia Point a joy to read and easy to understand at the first glance. It is rare for a poet to pack in nuggets of wisdom in a neat package, but Sylvia has managed to just do that in style. Keep up the marvelous work, Sylvia. That's all.
Thank you, Sylvia. It's all about friendship, and thanks for making it to the night. Thank you. Thanks for joining, and please give a round of applause, my dear friend. That was Sylvia Ang. Thank you. Thank you, Sylvia. Up next is Mick. Mick, are you there? You're there, but can you turn on your mic, please? Mick.
Hello.
Yeah. Yes, Mick,
No,
go ahead.
no, I'm not going to read tonight. I'm just want to listen. Is that okay?
Okay, fine. Enjoy,
Right,
enjoy yourself.
thank you.
Yes, please welcome Debashrita Das, who joined us from last week, and she is gonna recite us. Yeah, please welcome Debashrita Das.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, all of you, my dear friends, brothers and sisters. And I'm Debashrita Basu from West Bengal, India. And I'm going to recite my first poem, The phoenix, the unusual golden rays of dawn, exceptionally beautiful, peeping inside through the bars of my window, saying something inscrutable, ineffable in my ears, whispering, the remarkable change has emerged. The wonderful change one has not ever gaped at. The change is telling that the world will relieve again. Just as a mother gives birth to her child, the world has been purified. The color palette of the sky seemed unimaginable as it got its colors from the angels in heaven. The angels told the nature, fill everything with love, peace, and gratitude. I am a part of this era, who together with others can witness the splendor. We can feel the magnifying earth and her beauty from her core, where people are no more giants. I am a phoenix bird now. Heavenly rain washed my impurities from fire. I am now a nun to cherish philosophical thoughts from the ashes of deadly ideas. I have again taken birth to enjoy the blessings of God. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Brilliant, ma'am. Beautiful reading. Beautiful.
Thank
reading.
you.
Beautiful. Love it.
Uh,
I like your writings. You're posting recently. Beautiful. Yeah, you go
Thank you,
ahead
sir.
with your Bengali poem.
Okay. My second poem's title is Uraner Pothe, Bengali poem. এই পৃথিবী মায়ায় ভরা, চারিদিকে শুধু কোলাহল আর ব্যাধি, রোগ যন্ত্রণা আর বিদ্বেষ ঘিরে রেখেছে আমাদের কানায় কানায়। তবুও বলবো পৃথিবী সুন্দর, পৃথিবীর এক এক ক্ষুদ্র কণা প্রভুর দান। কত সুন্দর এর প্রকৃতি, এর ঝর্ণা, পাখির কিচিরমিচির, স্নিগ্ধ আকাশ, সোদা মাটির গন্ধ আমাদের নিজের করে নেয়। আত্মহারা প্রাণ উঠতে মন চায় তখন, এ বিশ্বকে তোল পার করে জানতে ইচ্ছে হয় তখন। ইচ্ছে মনকে ব্যতীত করে লাভ কি? কত দাঙ্গা হাঙ্গামা হবে এ তো জানা কথা। এ জীবন বড়ই ছোট, তাহলে কেনই বা নিজের মনকে কষ্ট দেওয়া? চলো উড়ি, মন প্রাণ দিয়ে উড়ি। কত অজানা তথ্য লুকিয়ে আছে এই প্রকৃতির বুকে। অন্বেষণ করি চলো, প্রেম করি প্রকৃতির সাথে, নিজেকে তুলে ধরে হালকা করি। যা ধুলো ময়লা লেগেছে সব পরিষ্কার হয়ে যাবে। চলো নতুন সূর্যোদয় দেখি একসাথে। থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার।
Excellent, excellent. Wow.
Thank you, sir.
It's
Thank you, sir.
expressive, beautiful. Play along. Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Just right,
So
sir.
beautiful. So,
Thank you, sir.
so beautiful. Dr. Roopali Sarkar, and she requests, what do you please welcome Dr. Roopali Sarkar, and before that, please give a round of applause to Debashrita Basu. Thanks for joining, ma'am. Dr. Roopali Sarkar, ma'am, please unmute your mic.
Can you see me? Yeah, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much for. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes.
Prasanna, am I supposed to read now?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because there are all kinds of phone calls coming. Yeah, okay. Thanks for inviting me for this wonderful platform and giving me the honor of reading my poems. Since you request people to read in their mother tongue, because Hindi is not my mother tongue, but it is a tongue that I'm beginning to learn. So I have a poem in Hindi first, and it's called Sawan Ki Raat. टीन के छत पर रात भर टुपुर टापुर वृष्टि नींद को सहलाती रही, छल छल जल का जलसा चलता रहा। नींद उठकर बैठ गई, खाट से उतरकर नंगे पैर चल पड़ी। खिड़की के पास गई और पर्दा सरकाकर देखा तो बाहर अंधेरे में उजाला चमक रहा था। मैं दूर जलती सड़क की लाइट को ही चांद समझ बैठी, धुंधला बारिश में भीगा हुआ चांद। मेघ तीव्र गति से उड़ रहा था, सब पेड़ झूमकर हवा का साथ दे रहे थे। एक अद्भुत नजारा था। रात्रि पर्दे के पीछे जश्न मना रही थी और मैं अंधेरे कमरे में सिमट कर चादर में लिपटी सुनहरे सपनों को तलाश रही थी। हर रोज दिल में आंधी को दबाकर नींद की गोली खाकर सो जाती हूँ। हवा को महसूस किया कब? चांद को मेघ के पीछे छुपकर जागते हुए देखा कब? कहते हैं रात को भूत प्रेत आते जाते हैं और दिन में राक्षस। लक्ष्मण रेखा के भीतर सहम कर थम गई हूँ। सच पूछो तो मैं घर में सुरक्षित हूँ। कीड़े मकोड़े से पूछो, चूहे से पूछो, जो मेरे तरह छुप कर जीते हैं। So this is about women who are kept within the household, and we are told that you are safe. You're safe at home. Be at home. Take care of your home, and consequently, we miss out seeing the world outside. My next poem is an English one, and I've read it before on this forum, but it's a true story of a woman I met on a bus, and she told me her story. And interestingly, she became a very dear friend of mine, but somewhere I lost her name. I have completely forgotten her name. So this is called I Lost Her Name. I lost her name somewhere from where I can't get there. Her name I have lost, but not memories of her. Can you tell me her name? I met her in a rusty, dusty bus on the highway from somewhere to nowhere. We had silent and sulky quite unknowingly, and then at a roadside cafe we spoke. Later, as evening fell, she told me a story. She told me her teen twins died on their birthday in a car crash. All she had hugged was a handful of ash. A long grief-filled year passed before she let her husband know. She was afraid he too would die, all alone in a foreign land. Do you think that's why I lost her name? Never ever to find it again? I remember her story but can't remember her name. Each winter, I hugged the maroon velvet abaya she brought for me from faraway Libya. You see, she remembered my name and had found me. Somewhere else, away from bleeding memories, she felt free, she said. She was happy there. She helped women give birth in her care. Sometimes, when they were twins, she blessed them from her heart. If you remember her name, tell me, even if the night is dark and the moon has hidden its face. Some nights, sleep eludes me. You, she had said, holding my hand to her heart, are my only friend. I don't remember her name, only that rusty, dusty bus which goes from somewhere to nowhere. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful, really beautiful. Roopali, you should write more in Hindi. It was really seriously each and every line of Hindi poem was so beautifully penned down. I couldn't
Thank you
stop
so much.
myself. Sorry. I couldn't stop
You
myself.
know, my Hindi is not good at all, and I'm so scared, that
You
all
have
the.
written very beautiful
Yes.
lines. Waheeda Di also has felt the same. I can see her expressions.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
we
And
both
I
felt,
love her. I love her poems, like whether it is
yeah,
in Hindi or it is in
yeah,
English.
both.
She writes
Hindi was
beautifully.
also too good, very
A fan,
heartfelt.
die-hard fan.
Yeah,
She
yeah, me
knows
too.
that.
Thank you so much. Wahida, I'm doing a lot to make sure that something that has happened gets put right. So
No,
keep
don't
praying.
worry, don't worry.
मैं
It's
दुआ
all
कर
right.
रही
It
हूँ.
happens, it happens.
No. It happened with me, but I'm trying my best.
No,
So
no,
I
it's all
want you
right.
to just pray. Thank you so much, everybody.
I don't know, I got lost in the second poem. I mean, it's like supports hot spring.
Yeah, it's a very unusual thing that
So
has
how much
happened that I have.
friends? I mean, we got Nirmal, Dr. Paromita, Waheeda ma'am joining us for the first time. Okay, let's put them, hold them up. Please welcome Tanja Ajtic. Tanja.
Hello, everything okay?
Yes, Tanja, go ahead.
Okay. I have one poem for today about my friend Anna. Anna, don't smile, Anna, when you're having a hard time without showing anyone where it hurts and when your soul hurts. You are always kind. You are brought up like that. And you hide your sadness with a smile. You escape to the world of books and listen to serious music and think about once regretted loves, but without romance anymore. You are sleeping, Anna. You don't believe in your new time when you feel tremors in your body, a new love in your heart, and created images again, divine images of world, as only you see and feel them, because love is that moves you from the inside. Feel alive again, Anna. Prepare the easily choose the calmness and the brushes and paint. Paint the freedom of woman abstractly, his fast moments and his bright colors. Let the spark of love happen again for what you love. But on your hand heel shoes, put on your hand heel shoes. Smell yourself with nice perfume. The whole world will be under your feet. Will footness will echo in rhythm on the sidewalk, and you will smell desirable to the one you choose to share time with you, to share life with you, in the precious feelings of love. Anna, wake up, go out boldly. Life call you inspired. Thank you.
Very touching, Tanja.
Thank you.
Your friend.
Thank you, Kumar.
Do you have another one in your mother tongue?
I not have today.
Yeah, sure. Okay. That was Tanja. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Tanja, it's a long-term friend. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Tanja. Please
Thank you.
welcome Dr. Ambassador Somdatta Mitra.
A warm greeting to everyone present here and my salutations. Thank you, Prasanna ji, for giving me this opportunity. Thank you for encouraging me to be a part of this wonderful platform. And before I begin, I would like to say, a line of apology for not being able to write the, mother tongue, mother language poetry, because recently I have lost my cousin brother, who was just 44 years old. And I was really very much depressed over this great loss to our family. So from next week, I am sure I'll be able to bring forth some of the linguistic fervor here from my work. So the first poem that I'm going to relate today is Let's Endeavor to Paint a Beautiful World. This is our world made for tranquility and bliss, gasping in the euphoria of ecstasy. Wonderment blew me off like a breeze. This is the world we prayed for, both land and sea. Let's dwell in the mountains, for there's so freedom there. We would paint the sky with the colorful smiles. Emotions gallop for each and every state in life. Even in mourning, paint a hope and optimism to stand upright, comforting the bereaved family and entwining in a bliss. Love them with your affection and color the vibes in the valleys of solitude and in the forest the muffled voices allure. May each smile be a lifter of hope to the hopeless. Many are faced with thoughts of depression. If we can be a little careful, considerate, and loving, the weak, poor, and bereaved souls would find solace. In a world where might makes right, we can make right a might. In the gardens, as the fountains paint the splendid sights, let us paint the exuberance of the deprived eyes, cradling those who lost parents in wars, embracing those who need a comfort. Let the kites of freedom roar for an apricity. Let the bosom of those nulliparous mothers wrap the orphans and sing the lullabies, beautifying the walls of the world with the butterflies of true love. Sensitivity blithely. Let's arise, awake, and revive the lost moments benignly. Qualms of a demur must consent to a metonia, instilling new enthusiasm to an imperial radiance. Turning asunder those dull perspectives, let's parade towards an aphonic euphoria for an epoch of benevolence. My second poem is about en route to success. I dreamt of a future enveloped with hope, that as a ballet dancer I would travel the globe with sagacious plans to satiate my urge. My consistent perseverance uplifted my dreams at large. My frequency, duration, and intensity were concentrated. A temptation to perform abroad was leveraged. With elegance and style, I expressed that we must live life with zest, accompanied by mellifluous music and conviction. I danced in a circle motion in a competition. My hopes, my dreams, and my fantasies, which were suppressed under an emotional catharsis, transgressed into a sublimity. In a quest for divine classical ballet, with my tips on the toes I progressed, I accentuated with acrobatic movements. With prominence, I ignited my facial expressions. My body was circulating over my toe, along with the orchestral music that I bestowed, an enhancement of a benign passion, that ingrained zeal for a life. My temerity exposed a viable rendition. Like a debonair raising her toast, I aspired to reach the zenith of success, leaving no stone unturned to perform with perfection. Like a vigor, my steps emboldened my spirits. My engrossment led to a developed technique that ultimately scaled high to emboss a strong foundation that glorified my esteem. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Prasannaji, for giving me this opportunity and encouraging me always. Thank you so much.
Your Honor, in turn, ma'am. Thank you for joining. It was beautiful poem of yours, and you always love your reading your poems. So be right beautifully. Thanks for the beautiful expression. Please give a round of applause to Ambassador Dr. Somdatta Mitra. Yes. Now please welcome P. Suvarna. Suvarna.
Yes, sir. Good evening. Very good evening, all of you. And it's indeed a very great platform and
After hearing this Somdatta ma'am's poem, it was very exciting to listen to her poem. I'm very much interested in her poetry. Sir, am I audible? Actually, we don't have there is less connectivity here. That is why I'm roaming all the rooms.
Perfect. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Can you hear
Thank
me,
you,
sir?
ma'am.
So nice, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead.
So the first poem I would like to read is, the title of the poem is Be a Rose. Beauty is for some time, but character is for lifetime. Beauty is for some time, but character is for lifetime. Rose's beauty is its lifetime validity. Rose's beauty is its lifetime validity. So as a man's character is his infinity. So as a man's character is his infinity and leaves a legacy. Same as a beauteous rose giveth beauty to the garden, beautiful souls maketh beautiful universe. Same as a beauteous rose giveth beauty to the garden, beautiful souls maketh beautiful universe. Be a rose to gift with sweetest love. Be a rose to gift with sweetest love. Be a rose to shower with beauty in every work you do. Be a rose to shower with beauty in every work you do. Be a rose to stand firm and strong. Be a rose to stand firm and strong. Be a rose to spread a sense of mercy and thanksgiving. Be a rose to spread a sense of mercy and thanksgiving. Even there is a thorn in your heart, be a rose to smile, then your offsprings will follow the same. Even there is a thorn in your heart, be a rose to smile, then your offspring will follow the same. Be a rose to welcome merry in others' lives. Be a rose to welcome merry in others' life. Be a rose to obey the Almighty with purity and humility. Be a rose to obey the Almighty with purity and humility. Thank you, sir. Thank you, one and all. The second poem in Telugu I would like to read. క్షణం క్షణం నీ తలపులే, ప్రతి క్షణం నీ పిలుపులే. క్షణం క్షణం నీ తలపులే, ప్రతి క్షణం నీ పిలుపులే. అనుక్షణం నీ వలపులే నా మదిని తాకుతుంటే ఎలా భరించను ఈ తీపి వాదనం. అనుక్షణం నీ వలపులే నా మదిని తాకుతుంటే ఎలా భరించను ఈ తీపి బాధనం. ఎలా రాణించను ఈ కాలాన్ని ప్రియ, ఎలా రాణించను ఈ కాలాన్ని ప్రియ. ప్రతి క్షణం నీ తలుపులే, ప్రతి క్షణం నీ పిలుపులే. థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
But why so blushing? You can't be blushing, no? But let me make myself clear that how can the character be infinity? Character infinity. Anyways, that was Suvarna. Be a rose, be a rose. Please give a round of applause, my dear friend. That was P. Suvarna. Please welcome our next poet who has joined us out of mic for the first time as a brilliant poet, and he is well known. I mean, it's a nephew of our very well known our member. I mean, it's like Molly Joseph. Please welcome Nirmal George. Nirmal. Nirmal has gone away. Yeah, Nirmal, please unmute your mic, please.
Oh, okay. I was trying to unmute. I was. Am I
Yes,
audible
please,
right now?
Nirmal, please introduce yourself and read out your poem. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon and good evening, everyone. I am Nirmal George. I am from Kerala. My aunt Molly Joseph, she talked to me about this forum and how it will be helpful for me in growing. and I haven't been doing any poetry for quite a while, but she's the one who inspired me to come back to this because it's a outlet for creative expression as well as getting inspiration and giving inspiration. And still, because of the creativity involved, it keeps people young. Like what I see in the videos, all of you are very young, even for being poets for so many years. It's evident in your expression and how you recite your poems as well. And that's what I strive to do also. I haven't published anything. I just wanted to get started. I hope it's okay as a beginner. Yeah. And I recently wrote a poem regarding how our conscience and the things we commit, bad doings that we have, conspire against us within our heart. It's my first recital, and I haven't done this, but I'm giving it a try. Okay. The name of the poem is Conspiracy of Sins. Here we go. In the depths of my restless mind, where conscience reigns relentless, unkind, my sins, like specters, hound and cling, their weight a burden, my soul's dark sting. Conspiring, my conscience and sins entwine, a twisted dance of guilt divine. For each transgression, a price to pay, in the currency of nightmares, night and day. Yet, amidst this turmoil, beauty gleams in the golden hues of sunlit dreams. The things I cherish, hold dear to my heart, now allies with this shadowed arch. They too bear witness to my fall, the joy they bring, a bitter fall. For in their light, my sins unfold, a stark reminder of stories untold, which with each offense my shields did break, and conscience wounded did awake, to punish me for deeds amiss and lead me back to the path I miss. Thus the conspiracy unfolds, unseen, between beauty's grace and conscious keen, a battle fought within my soul's deep night, where nightmares reign in relentless flight. Yet still, amidst this endless strife, I find solace in the beauty of life. For even in darkness, there's a spark, a glimmer of hope amid the dark. And though the nightmares may persist in beauty's embrace, I shall resist, for in their joy I find my light guiding me through the darkest night. Thank you.
Wow, brilliant. Nirmal, you're cha gaye bhai. I mean, like super poetic expression and spoken poetry. Maybe you're making it through gesticulation and gestures and all. So beautiful, so beautiful. That was Nirmal, and thank you, Nirmal. Thanks for joining. Keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, and we'd love to hear more from you. That was Nirmal. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Hope you have given, yeah. Please stay on, Nirmal, and we got a line of poets coming up. We got Nayma, Phynne, and some more, Millie. And so up next is, yes, definitely Waheeda Hussain is joining us for the first time. Please welcome Waheeda Hussain. Waheeda Hussain is a well-known poet. Who writes in Hindi and English, and she is a very well-known face, and she is okay. I mean, usually comes on Neelam Saxena Bank first, but she's first joining us for the first time. Please welcome Waheeda Hussain.
Thank you, Sir Prasanna Kumar. And it's really my honor and pleasure to be the part of such eminent poets. And I'll be reciting my poem from Songs of Humanity, We Rise by Lifting Others. That is Manushtvam. And this is, a universal truth, and truth is always not very beautiful. It's always sometimes ugly. and I mostly write on social issues. So I don't want to offend anyone, because it's a, this is universal. This is universal truth that I'll be speaking. So here's my poem, Knotted Empathy. A little girl somewhere in the world, thin and malnourished, asked her mother why there is no food and water for us while the others have plenty. The tears were the reply of the helpless mother. A little girl somewhere in the world, ignorant and naive, questioned her mother. Why do I need to wear a hijab and stay at home while my brothers go to school? Her mother, quivering with fear, covered her mouth with her trembling hands. A little girl somewhere in the world, torn clothes and disheveled hair, sits silently near her mother's grave and whispers, why was I left alone in this world? What was my fault? Her mother in heaven gave a sad sigh and looked down at the bombed village. A little girl somewhere in the world, sitting in a truck, scared and hungry, asked her fellow girl, why was I sold by my father? Is it because I broke his bottle of drinks? That had a weird taste. A little girl somewhere in the world, a man thrice her age between her legs, asked innocently, when will your game stop? My body aches after this game. The man smiled perversely. A little girl somewhere in the world knelt down in prayer with her mother. Provide us, O Lord, safe and secure heaven to blossom. Let there be mercy and compassion so that we may thrive and grow to be empowered citizens of the world. So here was my short poem.
Very well put questions, ma'am. Sometimes really very straight and strong. Thank you for being part of the anthology that we try
Thank
to
you.
in the gap. But it's let me clarify. It's not Manishatvam. This Manishatvam.
Oh, Manishatvam. Okay. Yes. My pronunciation, I pronounce it wrong.
No. Everyone,
yeah, it's a difficult.
We all have a problem. Yes.
Okay, the
but
second
thank
one,
you so much, Waheeda. Before you go on to your next poem, I really must say that it's only a poet must, not that only a poet, but a poet must ask questions. A poet must demand to know, and it is only through poetry that revolutions can take place.
Yes.
You've asked such a lot of pertinent questions. It's a very bold and strong effort. It's not easy to write poetry of this kind. So mere ko to aapko salam.
Thank you so much. Thank you, madam. And coming from you, it's really an honor for me. Thank you.
It's not easy to write poetry like this. It isn't.
My second one is in Urdu, if you allow me. May I? Urdu is my mother tongue, and this one is also a social one. Please excuse me. I don't want to sort of make you also serious, but this is one is like when the girl gets married, she's told that she needs to she needs to, whatever the in-laws ask her, she needs to do that. And here is my the title of my poem is Darwaza Khulla Rakhna. Thank you so much. Darwaza Khulla Rakhna. जब बैठी डोली में दुख्तर जाने को अपने ससुराल, दी उसकी अम्मा ने हिदायतों की भरमार। रखना खुश अपने ससुराल वालों को, करना उनका काम, उनकी तकाजों और फरमाइशों को पूरा करना और लड़ाना ना उनसे जबान। कभी ना करना शिकायत अपने शौहर से और सास की खिदमत करना, रखना ख्याल ससुर का और करना उनका एहतराम। सुनकर मुस्कुरा दी बेटी, सुनकर मुस्कुरा दी बेटी, कहने लगी गए अम्मा वो दिन, मैं तो हूं जदीद लड़की, मैं तो हूं जदीद लड़की, मॉडर्न समझदार और पढ़ी लिखी। करूंगी मैं इज्जत सबकी, पर ना करूंगी सौदा अपने वजूद का, और ना रखूंगी ताक में खुददारी अपनी। करेगा कोई जुल्म और सितम तो ना मैं सहूंगी, क्योंकि अम्मा मैं नहीं हूं तुम, क्योंकि अम्मा मैं नहीं हूं तुम। पर अम्मा अगरचे लौट के मैं आऊं, पर अम्मा अगरचे लौट के मैं आऊं तो दरवाजा खुला रखना। Thank you so much.
It's such a fantastic poem, and it takes me back to the time my sister got married, and my father told her that, you know, if you are not treated well, hamara darwaza khulla hai. And years later, my brother-in-law told me, he says, you know, you both sisters are very badly brought up. So I said, why do you say that? He said, do you know what your sister told me when we were going after the wedding? She said, my dad said that you can always come back.
Come back. That is what we need to tell our
Yes,
daughters.
we
that
must.
They
Yes.
can come back to us, like if something happens to them.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for presenting such a beautiful message-oriented and yeah, you require lots of courage to, spout out some feelings and through the poetic expression, that is what we, revolution that comes out. Waheeda Hussain, that was, please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for joining.
Thank you to you, sir, also for inviting me.
And the opposite of Manushatvam is? Ma'am, opposite of Manushatvam.
Would be Amanushattam.
Amanush.
Amanush. In
Amanush.
Bengali, we would say Amanush. Somebody who is...
Atvam is the philosophy. Atvam is the philosophy. So Amanishatvam. Manishatvam. So that's the opposite one. Anyways, that is something. Yeah. Thank you, Waheeda ma'am, and please please welcome our Dr. Paromita, who joined us for the first time, who is also been part of our anthology, We Rise by Lifting Others and the Songs of Humanity, Manushatvam. Please welcome Dr. Paromita Mukherjee.
Good evening, everybody. I'm audible?
Yes, ma'am. Please.
Okay. Thank you for the invitation. Few known faces here. Roopali ma'am, good to see you here. Waheeda ji, though we both do participate in Niliam Saxena page, but we have not been together. But your poem was, very touching. Literally, I had to control my tears with the first one. It moved me so much. So with that, today evening, I would recite a poem in which I want to discuss about stereotypes. Okay, stereotypes regarding roles about men. All right. So the title of the poem is Alpha. Past is constant. Present orbits uncertainly. Between what was and what could have been, future held no sheen. History repeats itself, so he lived in a shell, protecting his fragile self, trampling his dreams at each bend. Rigor mortis has set in bones. The man with once bright dreams, rhythm flowed in his veins like a stream. Lasya bursting from the seams, hopes for future in sight, till his passion became a blight. Dreams shriveled at altar of society uptight. A man wants to become a dancer? Is your mind all right? His eyes always turned towards the dance floor. Tal, abhinaya, mudras made his heart soar. Twirling made him feel alive. You need to forgo such blasted dreams. You have to lead your tribe, not shimmy and jive like a tart. They ripped his passion apart. A man wanting to become a dancer? To this society, you will be a stranger. An alpha you are, not a prancer. Now, set your sight on profession nobler. Family reputation cannot be put at stake. The man struggled for the rake. The dancer went bone dead, scraping through the present, looking for the elusive grail. His heart shriveled into bony shell, emotions drowned in merciless gales. Grains of hope never shone bright. He could never more dance like a man. The living dead man left behind his passion. He remained a model citizen, a perfect family man. Only his dreams waned under societal expectations. Thank you. I just want to recite one poem today. So that's it. Thank you.
Goodness, ma'am, I should salute you. I should salute you for, coming up with such a brilliant poem. I mean, it's like, what was in your mind, when you penned out this, writing? I mean, like the poem. Could you share?
Yes, actually, when I was doing my
Definitely,
post,
Roopali ma'am would be, yeah.
when I was
Yes,
doing my
ma'am, go ahead.
post graduation a long time back, I had read a poem, "Dance Like a Man" by Mahesh Dattani. Most of you must have read it. And I was moved. I was really moved. I wanted to express what a man feels, the kind of stereotypes we put, the kind of pressure we put. We talk about women's issues. I mean, I always
Yes.
write from the point of view of a woman, but this was one play which lingered on in my mind, and I just wanted to express. So this is an outpouring of that emotion which stayed on with me.
Beautifully expressed, really, Paromita, beautifully, really.
Thank you, Waheeda ji.
But Paromita, the cultural stories in India give so much space to people, because you have Lord Shiva, who's a dancer,
Yes.
and you have Lord Krishna, who does the Ras Leela.
Yes.
He also dances. But what happens is that somewhere we brought in some Victorian beliefs and ideas, and if you look at your own culture, you'll find it's very inclusive.
Yes.
The philosophy of this nation, I won't say religion, the philosophy of this nation is highly inclusive. It includes people of all colors, all religions, all faiths, men, women, the Ardhanarishwar, everything. But somehow, very cunningly, we are keeping those things out.
Yes,
We are
reality is
keeping those
different.
things away.
Reality
Yes.
is different.
Do you know that even when we go to for the Amarnath Yatra, which is one of the most important, Hindu processions that go there, that it is led by a Muslim man with what is called the Chadi Mubarak.
Chadi Mubarak,
But we don't talk about it.
Yeah, we don't want to.
We don't talk about it.
Yes.
It's deliberate,
Yes.
It's an erasure. So,
yes.
So
But I must say, kudos to Dr. Paromita ma'am, for bringing up this kind of you need to have this guts and like, gusto and the spirit of, the daring attempt to, to bend down. I mean, it's like, yeah, I like it.
Thank you.
I like it, ma'am. Please, keep coming and, shower your words. And that was Dr. Paromita with your poem. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Next up is Phynne Bell. Phynne, yes, Phynne Cabulary. Phynne Cabulary has open mic and she regularly conducts these open mics and workshops. Please welcome Phynne Bell.
Thank you so much, Prasanna. Apologies, everyone, that I don't have my camera on. It's really quite early here in California. Like Prasanna said, my name is Phynne Bell. I am a poet from the San Francisco Bay Area, and also a teaching artist and a co-director of the Poetry Global Network. So I just wanted to share 2 poems with you, if you would allow me. The first one is titled, well, it was an untitled poem, but it's on the deadly sin of wrath. I was told afterward by a peer that it sounds more like spite. So I kind of cheekily named it that, untitled poem on the deadly sin of wrath, but I'm told its aftertaste rather says spite instead. Can you guys hear me? Okay.
Yes, Phynne, go ahead.
Thank you. When I gained courage, let go, I found myself alone, falling. No rewind to time. Regret wants to stick the forward button. I find the words, no more, a reserve parachute incantation. I no longer take the fall so that you remain aloft. I cease to be frightened, fledgling. Here, see, I am free and buoyant. You cease to hold the power to make me think I am at fault. I feared the bottom that may not exist beyond the endless dark. You cease to hold me in thrall. I will not take the leap and feel at fault. I am still suspended in air, but no longer spiraling downward. I am growing this tenacity wingspan, seamless enmeshed musculature of yield and full stop, of compassionate grace and fearsome metal. These bones are birthed feeling light, pin feathers and blood upon my shoulders, fast catching air, lifting me upward. No cheap wax pretty lines and hubris, no Icarus conceit my worth, no indignant huffing to drag me earthbound. Queen Nyx and Erebus look up from their ambrosia unperturbed, pat the extra seat they've kept warm, should I ever drop in. You cease to be the lips that intone the enchantment. I remove myself from your mouth. The smooth, round charm placed on your tongue, the illusion causing the martyr to slumber, to tumble inside her terrified dreams in endless shame. Thrice I repeat these words, the spell is undone. You are locked in your descent. 5th floor, 4th floor, subterranean foyer, destination Hadesville, last stop, 9th circle of hell. Thrice I repeat these words, the spell is undone. I rise up and my feathers have become mythical. Thrice I repeat these words, the spell is undone. The silver flash trick of guilt plunges through the clouds, tangled, impotent, dead upon arrival, sorcery. So mote it be. Thank you. And then I wanted to close with this poem. It's titled Paper, Ash, Water. And I did this last year as a 9/11 remembrance. M shape reasserts itself on the BART station walls, on the sketchbook spilling its floppy corners onto the soda sticky floor from my lap. I trace it with my eyes, following the movement of my cramped thumb and forefinger. Purposeful, charcoal and vertical lines escalate to a peak, holding in breath, releasing control, ascending once more, falling down. I am deep plunge denial. 2 columns, 2 peaks, 2 towers, slate, crumbling powder diving headlong into its own abdomen. A tunnel never knows its ending underneath the bay's shark-hungry waters until it does, ceases. Transbay tube escape from what is perceptible to what is urban wilderness. 2 handfuls of serpentine variation in existence for our bodies to reinvent becoming, being. Transbay tube subway subterfuge from what is inconceivable, untried quantity of shell, of steel, of concrete, of bomb, of shelter, of shroud. Bless the fish bellies full. I hear death as the fullness of silence, of ocean level pressure persisting, of man-made ego yielding. Nature has her brief shining glory. I am in deep truth resuscitation. Falling up, shaky ascension. Who is in control now? I hold breath, gills partially form complicity, shaping peaks from smoke, asphyxiation, memory, recall, rewind, courage in unbroken lines can become breached. The flight of my forefinger and thumb, bay-hungry water rehydration. My palm extends the wings of aerocraft appendages, lifting, crumpling, heavy bone white page back into my sketchbook, cupping soot, sky, ember in reverse of living, catching on fire, dangling, burning bodies, mumbled last word prayers, letting them blood-stained mingle grime and life force upon double reinforced BART train window plates. As they float cadaver ash toll taken, walk on water, walk on borrowed time, walk on Brooklyn Bridge to Pacific Ocean, to humanity lost at sea, to meet no God but God. Thank you.
Brilliant. That was profound, Phynne. Phynne is there on Poetry Global Network and Fincabulary. If you wanted to make it, you could just hit the button, my dear friends. You could check her on the Facebook links. Fincabulary. Open mic. We almost entirely meet. Thank you, Phynne. Thanks for joining. It's such an honor to have you. Next up is, please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Thank you, Phynne. Next up is Professor Shobha Deshpande. Please welcome Shobha Deshpande.
नमस्कार, वनक्कम, नमस्ते प्रसन्ना जी और रूपाली जी, हमारे सभी साथियों को नमस्कार, गुड इवनिंग, गुड मॉर्निंग। और संसार में जीना है तो नारी को, वुमेन्स डे आ रहा है ना, ये संसार में जीना है तो नारी को, सर झुकाकर नहीं सर उठाकर जीना है नारी को। संसार में जीना है तो नारी को, सर झुकाकर नहीं सर उठाकर जीने को। कुछ सत्कार्य करने के लिए नारी को कष्टों को झेल कर आगे बढ़ना, नारी को कष्टों को झेल कर आगे बढ़ना है नारी को। परिवार के भी सदस्य को आगे बढ़ने के लिए नारी को, सभी सदस्यों के साथ सभी को साथ लेकर चलना है नारी को। अकल के साथ सभी को साथ है नारी को। को धारण, सभी रूपों को धारण को, मुक्ति के लिए सहन शक्ति को धारण करना है नारी को। मुक्ति के सहन शक्ति को धारण करना है नारी को। संसार में जीना है तो नारी को कुछ सर झुकाकर नहीं, सर उठाकर जीना है नारी को, सर उठाकर जीना है नारी को। धन्यवाद।
बिल्कुल मैम, बिल्कुल, बहुत खूब। सर उठा के जीना है नारी को, बिल्कुल। Do you want to go with second one? दूसरा कविता मैम, if you would like to. Shobha ma'am, would you like to unmute me? Unmute.
Yes, yes. गुरु महिमा शीर्षक है गुरु महिमा। जब जब धरती पर छाए अज्ञान भरे अंधेरे, जब धरती पर छाए ज्ञान भरे अंधियारे, लोभ अहंकार प्रदेश से फैले हर गलिया, लोभ अहंकार गुणादेश से फैले गलियारे, धर्म मार्तांडों ने भी अखंड ध्वज लहराए, धर्म मार्तांडों ने भी अखंड ध्वज लहराए। अपने आदि गुरु अवतरित श्री दत्त आदि दत्त आए, तुम प्रगटे तो हुआ उजाला, दूर हुए अंधियारे, तुम प्रगटे तो हुआ उजाला, दूर हुए अंधियारे। हर गुरु रूप में, हर गुरु रूप में आत्मज्ञान से फैलाए उजाले, फैलाए उजियारे। भूले भटके जग को तुमने, भूले भटके जग को तुमने सच की राह दिखाई, सच की देश को मिटा, मन में ज्योति जगी, मन में ज्योति जगी। मानव सेवा परम का, मानव सेवा परमाशा, मार्ग हमें दिखलाया, मार्ग हमें दिखाया। दीन दुखी से प्रेम करो, दीन दुखी से प्रेम करो, यंत्र हमें सिखा, यंत्र हमें सिखला। लोभ अहंकार, लोभ अहंकार छल कपट को, लोभ अहंकार छल कपट को प्रेम सुधाया, प्रेम हृदय के सागर से, प्रेम हृदय के सागर के आत्मदीप जलाया, के सागर से आत्मदीप जलाया। भौतिक सुख नश्वर का साथ बताया, सुख नश्वर ईश्वर का साथ लाया। वेद पुराण बाइबल इनका सार समझाया, इनका सार समझाया। पावन गुरुवाणी से हम अज्ञान हमारे, पावन गुरुवाणी से हरते सब अज्ञान हमारे। नित्य नए स्वरूप में, नए स्वरूप में श्री आदि गुरु दत्तात्रेय पधारे, नित्य नए स्वरूप में आदि गुरु दत्तात्रेय पधारे। जब आए अज्ञान सारे, जब जब धरती पर छाए अज्ञान भरे अंधियारे, लोभ अहंकार से हर गलियारे, गलियारे। धन्यवाद आप ने, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सभी साहित्यकारों को।
धन्यवाद मैम. Voice was cracking, but yes, I love your poems. And that was Shobha Deshpande. Please give a round of applause.
Pune, I am in function. Jab I am waiting when you are calling.
Thank you. Please don't go away, my dear friends. We got a few line of poets, award-winning poets coming up. But before that, I think I could read out one line. Now, come on, I'm at loss of words. You know what? Mind matters. Please welcome Nayma Chamchoun, an award-winning poet, a brilliant poet, I would say. I love her, readings. Please welcome Nayma Chamchoun.
Thank you. I'm going to share two pieces. Breasts, translucently delicate, finely sculpted orbs, drooping, forbidden fruit, jiggling with each wiggle, cupping your fate, nuzzled suckling cheeks, enveloped in the fragrance of talcum powdered womb, guzzled liquid nurture, binding, drawing glances in a low-cut top, the lover's face buried in their fleshy down, idolized, objectified, gazing jouissance, in public, feeding, the eyes of scorn, touted, the products they adorn, their standards, grieving, in the bathroom, dreading and hoping, frantically groping, the life giver, the lady killer, waiting with impending doom. You are blooming beauty. You are the menacing beast, sagging and deflating with time as the odds decline. Athena's blooms, wilting fatally, gasping for time, or cut with saving cruelty. Thank you. And the second piece. Hands. Oftentimes, I have old hands, their bulging branched surface convex, like veins clogged with life's short shrift, trapped in the hourglass with the sands. They chide when unconsciously caught in the corner of the eye, and they scurry for pockets to hide, like objects of offense and injury. Some days shimmering calmly like the veil of a lake, dissolving trails of ink, faintly flickering, artfully. They are the hands skimming stones across a languid, liquid surface, who grew out the hems of school trousers and held the boy in steadying embrace, releasing the man to face fortune. The hands cupped in prayer, reaching in the dark for the light, whose pleas were damningly denied as flailing faith writhed and died. Sacrilege avec savoir-faire. The hands who nursed back to health and creatively crafted cuisine, taking dictation from the emotional stream, relentlessly rising out of the ravine, their graceful beauty taking away breath. The facade heralding the interior, clasping them at the hands of loved ones, achingly absent for far too long, and they cheer from the memory's loggia. Thank you.
What a beautiful way of, reading, Nayma. Each word I could hear. Nayma always, I love reading. I love readings of Nayma's. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. That was profound and brilliant and sublime. Yes, that was. Please give a round of applause. We got few more poets. I should read one in it. I think the other was Roopali ma'am. So I hope you like this reading. Am I audible? Yes. Yes, absolutely. I'm audible. Way ahead to the times of times, the year forgotten before the future is born, the intelligence left for the human imagination, and the sin of not knowing the fashion takes the notion of putting the human behind the season, known to be a creator of design, yet the man failed to comprehend digital matrix of sensation. The cyber language poses to be the threat for the land who got a wink of the sleep, his brain unable to decode the codes of the machine which says to be in the denomination to run the nation, being in the domination. That's the end of the piece. Hope you liked it.
And where is your Hindi poem? This was excellent. It was breathless, absolutely. But what about your Hindi poem? You don't try to get away. No. अभी पढ़ो.
अभी नहीं बहुत सारे हैं.
No, doesn't matter. You read also. You're a poet.
I really loved your style. The way you said breathless. It was really breathless.
Yes.
Wonderful.
अरे कुछ
Prasanna is a...
Now Hindi.
Read your Hindi poem, please.
I beg your pardon, my dear friends. Please hold on, because on the request to read, I had to comply. Comply the request, yeah. So we got Ludita coming up, Michael, Milidas, and Saraswati, Bejo. 5 poets are there, so please hold on. Stay on, my dear friends.
Hello.
अब मैं नहीं, अब मुझे लगता कोई फर्क राजा हो या रंग सभी है, अनैतिकता का पोशाक में ना ही किसी के पास संवेदना, एक दूसरे के प्रति ना तो है प्यार ना ही दुलार, सभी लगे हैं भाग दौड़ में, अब नहीं झिझकते लाश पर से छलांग कर मुकाम हासिल करने को। इस रीत से मंजिल पाने से तो बेहतर है छुपकर एक बरगद के पेड़ की छाव में बैठकर अंतर्मन से आराधना करके पसंद करता हूँ जीवन बिताना। पर एक है विडंबना, कोई मेरे सुलझाओ वेदना कि मैं ये कहूँ अगर मुझे जाना है वही जहाँ ऋषि मुनि करते हैं साधना, फिर लोग कहेंगे अरे हट निकम्मा, तू क्या वैराग्य है जो वैराग्य धारण कर जीवन की माधुर्य का त्याग कर रहा है, या फिर डर के मारे भाग रहा है कठिन इम्तिहान का सामना करने से। पर मुझे है कहना नहीं, अब मुझे लगता कोई फर्क ना होता किसी बात का प्रभाव, क्योंकि मैं हूँ मदमस्त भांग के नशे में दुनिया से दूर, एक अपने घोंसले में जहाँ संतुलित है हर व्यवहार, ना ही ऊंच नीच का कोई फर्क, ना ही कोई द्वेष, ना ही कोई अनबन, ना ही कोई काला, ना ही कोई गोरा, ना ही कोई मजहब, ना ही कोई भेद स्त्री और पुरुष का। मैं हूँ उस आशियाने में चैन की सांस लेते हुए अब मैं कलम से अपने एक नया संसार रचा रहा हूँ, क्योंकि और अब नहीं मुझसे सहे जाते इस जिनावास के तौर तरीके, इस जिनावास के तौर तरीके। अब क्या कहें, बस वही है।
Wonderful, wonderful, Prasanna.
Wonderful.
बहुत खूब
It's
प्रसन्ना, वेरी
वेरी
नाइस,
नाइस, बहुत
ब्यूटीफुल,
सुंदर।
बहुत ही खूब,
बहुत
बहुत ही खूब,
खूब।
बहुत अच्छा लगा।
हिंदी
बहुत
में
अच्छा,
बोला
and
आपने, बहुत सुंदर कविता है।
it's a real song of humanity.
and a song of a poet, you know.
Yeah, song of a
वेरी
poet.
नाइस,
Really.
दिल से निकले वर्ड्स हैं।
Words,
हाँ,
सही।
बहुत
धन्यवाद
सुंदर,
मैम, थैंक यू फॉर
बहुत ही
योर
Thank you
सुंदर,
so
encouragement.
much.
Especially,
बहुत
you
सुंदर।
know, I get scared because Waheeda Hussain ma'am is an expert and he should be very careful. Sure.
Can speak on when you have lots of
So up next is, yes, Millie Das. Please welcome Millie Das. Millie Das, ma'am, please unmute your mic.
Hello,
Yes, ma'am, go ahead, go ahead.
can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, go ahead, go ahead.
Thank you so much for your invitation. Vishwanaji, lots of love to all of you. Good evening. And your poem was too much good. And my heartiest thanks to all of you. The first poem of me, the title of the poem, Heaven. I found myself in the midst of the night at Nubra Valley. I found myself at the place where Shauk and Shachin meet together. I found myself in the sand dunes of Anda, where walking alone with bare feet. I've never seen such an oasis. I heard a whispering sound that overflown all over the desert. I turned back. My elder sister was calling me. Let's go. We take breath in this natural beauty. And we must getting back to our old life. Now it's the time to ride on the Bactrian camel. Let's go. We're going on and going on. She was telling me we must see the Samstanding Monastery. In the autumn, I found myself at Beacon Highway, where my elder sister was calling me. Oh, my dear sister, come to me. I'll affection you. I'll sleep in you in my lap. Her starry eyes laughing to me. I pulled her hand and kissed her palm. How many days have gone? I've never such an love and affection. You are love. You are my destination. Dear sis, you are my heaven. Thank you. This was my first poem. And the second one is, the title is No Need. No need to fight for your position. No need to give any explanation. Always work for yourself. Always think of your inner peace. No need to react all time. No need to share your emotions. It's urgent to respect yourself. It's urgent to understand yourself. Nobody can give you a chance. At the end of the day, you will think you don't need anyone. Rather, everyone needs you. Because you are more special than others. No need to tell anyone how good you are, but let others see your power and strength. No need to tell the people how good you are, but let them see how much value you have. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Very well said, ma'am. Very well said. Very well said. Beautiful. Very well said.
Thank you so much.
That was That was
Beautiful, very nice poet. Very beautiful.
Namaskar.
beautiful reading as well. That was really. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Now, next up is former professor. Please welcome again a wonderful writer, Michael Anthony Ingram.
Hello, everyone. I bring you greetings from Washington, D.C. I host and produce the poetry podcast, Quintessential Listening, Poetry Online Radio, and YouTube. I'd like to share two pieces. The first is titled, My Life Unraveled. My life unraveled tonight, falling apart amongst the threads of sorrow. Grief, my only friend, stood silently beside me, echoing my life. They were suffocated by the solitude. Chilling question whispered in the void. Dawn awaits this broken shell. Grief, still reeling from the shock, offered no solace. Its voice choked by the shared pain. Despite the stillness, a glimmer of understanding appeared. The ashes of the past could be the beginning of a new dawn, one adorned with the quiet hues of acceptance and gentle strength. The opportunities vanish like whispers in the wind. Seize them before they become. And the second piece is titled Wolf. When dawn has fallen over the quiet southern town, a man stirred within a weathered brick building. It wasn't due to the vibrancy of life that caused his movement, rather the waves of a rebellion that was echoing out of nowhere. The metaphoric leash he wore around his neck felt like a cruel collar of oppression. It grated against his soul. The silent scream crawling, clawing at the walls of his throat. He yearned to unleash a roar, to breathe free from the constraints of life confined by the leash. A life where dreams remained tethered and unfulfilled. There was no freedom in his voice. A captive within, to enjoy the joy of the joyous bought, or to rebel against the oppression of his captors. Each impulse, each longing was as though he released a leashed creature that was pacing within his confines. Did he even get the chance to greet Miss June Johnson, the shy woman blushing like a blossom in his mere sight? Human connections were forbidden in his leashed existence, and such connections were like forbidden fruits. In the fading light, the man gathered his meager belongings, the weight of which stifled dreams heavier than any physical burden. He carefully packed the remains of his life into a worn-out paper. When he came to the gate, his hands lingered over the rusted latch. It wasn't just a gate, but a barrier between his existence and the unknown wilderness of freedom. He took a deep breath and opened the gate, metal grunting like a groan of anticipation, and then he ran. He ran, and then he ran. Thank you very much.
Undoubtedly. And I've never failed to impress this thing. And Michael, I love you. Thanks for being part of this, and I'll give a round of applause, my dear friends. Michael has this podcast. You could be part of it. So get just be in touch with him. You can hit the button of your link profile on Facebook. Michael is a former professor of English at the University. Thank you, Michael. Please welcome Ludita Mirea. Yes, Ludita. Luna. Ludita Mirea. Yes. Ludita.
Kumar?
Yes, Ludita, please go ahead.
Okay. So I will read one poem, okay? And I will say goodbye to everyone. This poem has like a title, symbol, and reality. And it's like that. Intelligence in a miracle. Egoism in the same place. Defend or attack humanity. Chest full of artificial treasures. You will lie trapped floating in a magical and innocent universe. Illusions of taking over the sky itself. The pillars of the ancestral land will be broken. Vesuvius will open again, and the only word power will rise for the selfish ones who continue to show. You will lie enclosed in symbols of truth. My heart crying without stopping. It doesn't mean anything in unstoppable time without understanding of one's own compassion. Under symbols of history, the broken kill. What was to happen to the planet? To understand far away to themselves. I don't know, I can't imagine the calamity. This would be a destiny? Abandoned corpse? Children asking for justice in the streets. Perfidy engraved on hearts of steel. Tremendous gift from one human being to another. I would like to have hope. The wind whispering. Ludita Mirea from Spain. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Ludita. Thanks
Bye to
for
everyone.
joining. Thanks, Susan. Thanks for being part of this poetry recital. Thank you. We'll have your presence. Thank you.
Thank you to
Please give a round
everyone
of
for the
applause, my dear
comments.
friends. Thank you. Please welcome Prasanna Bhatta, as a senior veteran writer. Please welcome Prasanna Bhatta. Prasanna sir, please unmute your mic. Prasanna Bhatta. Go on. Sir, unmute your mic, please.
Am I
Unmute your
audible?
mic, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please go ahead. Go,
No. Am I audible?
go ahead, sir. Go
Hi,
ahead.
everyone.
audible.
I want sweet poetic friends. I'm Prasanna Kumar Bhatta, Odisha, India. Thanks a lot to Mr. Prasanna K. Kumar Ji and admins, fantastic and fanatic personalities who invited to this gigantic platform for reciting my poem before a galaxy of talented poets around the world. Really, I'm going to the theme of this poem, same thing, different situation, shows different results. Pinch of sun ray in the settling summer noon. A pinch of sun ray in the settling summer noon makes life stand and stands. Makes life stand and stands. A pinch of sun ray in the chilly winter noon feels like honeymoon. A pinch of sun ray in the chilly winter noon feels like honeymoon. A pinch of sunray is a lot of gives us great pleasures. Soft beam of the moon, kissing you on the shoulder, gives cheer and comfort. A beam of glooming to the widower and sufferers fills mind with cheer. So, thanks for listening my poem till the end of my poem.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for coming, and thanks. We loved your poem, and thanks for joining after a long gap. I wish you would come often. Please take care of yourself. That was Prasanna Bhatta. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please welcome Isaac Cohen. Isaac, otherwise known as Bijo Prince. Isaac Cohen.
Yes. Hello, friends. Dear Kumar, dear Dr. Roopali, dear Michael. Isaac Cohen. The wind. The wind flew in my mind like a butterfly. I came to the sky for leaving my body from the earth and free to go to heaven. And the second, wait a minute. At the Cohen, the rain fell on the earth, tearing off the burning weeds. The hope stands up with my soul forever. Thank you, Isaac Cohen, Israel. Thank you, friends.
Thank you, Isaac. Thank you. We always love your presence.
Yeah.
Keep smiling always and spread the love.
Yeah.
Be cheerful. Thank you. That was Isaac. Please give a round of applause, my friends. Next up, last but not least of today's show, Saraswati Poswal, who runs Sargam platform, and she's taken a supportive of the poetry platforms. Please welcome Saraswati Poswal.
Good morning, good evening, namaskar, sat sri akal, adab, salam to everyone. How are you all doing? Hope you all are doing well. So I will start with one of my poem. First, let me tell you, I joined late K. Kumarji. Today I was in a very famous, she is Sister Shivani, you must have heard about her. She is a peace lover. So I was in that event since morning. So I reached home immediately. I joined the meeting. So sorry, I could not hear everyone, but I'll definitely listen everyone right now after this show. So thank you for giving this opportunity to me. It's an honor. The title of my poem is Stay Calm. Stay calm. Who can stay calm when you have lots of judgments going around you? Who can stay calm when you have a lots of judgments going around you, creeping people, pinching you, to pull you down? Hold yourself, your heart, not let go flow down in the river that they are drowning, afflaunting with their words, to break the peace in your mind. But they do not get this. They are trapped in the devil's thoughts. Neither let others nor themselves keep in peace their and other small heart. Very rare are those who want to make you happy, peaceful, unconditional. Very rare are those who want to make you happy, peaceful, unconditionally loved. They never learn to stay in peace, nor let others, either by creepy actions, creepy words. They want to achieve master in holding others' mind. They want to achieve masters in holding others' mind. Those who learn this lesson, those who learn this lesson to stay, let others. Those who learn this lesson to stay, let others do what they want. Neither judge nor object. Neither judge nor object. That day you become divine. That day you become divine. So try to stay calm. It's my suggestion. Thank you so much. And another one is my Hindi poem. Can I go with that, K. Kumarji?
Please, ma'am, please.
आत्मचिंतन आत्मचिंतन विश्वास के धागों से रिश्ते पिरोए जाते हैं। विश्वास के धागों से रिश्ते पिरोए जाते हैं। अविश्वास वाले टूट जाते हैं। जो अपने रहना चाहते हैं वो सदा साथ निभाते हैं। जो अपने रहना चाहते हैं वो सदा साथ निभाते हैं। हर कोई जिंदगी की कश्ती पर सवार नजर आता है। हर कोई जिंदगी की कश्ती पर सवार नजर आता है। पार वही जाता है बेइंतहा प्यार जो लुटाता है। पार वही जाता है बेइंतहा प्यार जो लुटाता है। आत्मचिंतन में मैंने पाया जिसने अपना आप गवाया उसने सब कुछ पाया। आत्मचिंतन में मैंने पाया जिसने अपना आप गवाया उसने सब कुछ पाया। जितना सहज रहकर जीवन जिसने बिताया परम आनंद उसी ने पाया। जितना सहज रहकर जीवन जिसने बिताया परम आनंद उसी ने पाया। हर क्षण भाव भंग किए जिसने लोभ मोह क्रोध लालच और ईर्ष्या के। हर क्षण भाव भंग किए जिसने लोभ मोह क्रोध लालच और ईर्ष्या के। आत्मचिंतन में मैंने पाया किसी का दिल मैंने ना दुखाया। आत्मचिंतन में मैंने ये पाया किसी का दिल मैंने ना दुखाया। अहंकार का बीज दिल में पनपने ना पाया। अहंकार का बीज दिल में मैंने पनपने ना पाया। तो समझो तुमने जिंदगी को पाया। हर शुदा को शुदा यानी प्यास। हर शुदा को अच्छे कर्मों से यदि तुमने बुझाया तो समझो सार जिंदगी का पाया। आत्मचिंतन में मैंने ये पाया।
वाह,
धन्यवाद।
क्या बात है।
शुक्रिया, धन्यवाद। थैंक यू।
Yeah, but that brings us to the end of the Eve Poetic reading with Fatal Blends. My dear friends, we got lovely poets around the podium. We got to listen to the brilliant poems, very profound, sublime, very touching, that concerns humanity, humankind, and that causes, several causes, and some are very daring and very powerful expression that from Waheeda Hussain, ma'am. A special thanks goes to Nirmal Josh for joining for the first time, and Waheeda Hussain, ma'am, and Dr. Paromita Mukherjeeojha joining us for the first time, and yes, Anna Maria and Phynne, many others. And we take the opportunity. Wish you would all join the next week with more of your poems. Thank you all.